Good morning. Welcome to Satsang. What you are is your natural state. Now, it can happen, and I insist it can, because it is not necessarily always like that it happens. It can happen that just to acknowledge that, to see that, you can have an experience of quite an exuberant experience of freedom. And that experience, I always say, don't confuse the experience for it, because the experience will express the opposite of what you knew before. That's why you are so happy. You felt you were bound, and now suddenly you see, oh, you are free. Things like that. And that state can last for some time. Even for a few years. You always speak about that. You are extremely enthusiastic about that. You can't help. It may be like that. But surely, as it is an expression, an experience, an enlightened experience, it will go on changing its form, its shape. And so you may feel just very quiet, and it's so natural to be quiet, to be without a search, and life goes on. So it's good to know that, because I see too much confusion to take the experience of freedom for what is, for what is your real nature. If you want to bring something, welcome. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Did I hear you right?
Oh, I don't hear well.
Do you hear better now?
I don't hear.
Okay. Now?
Speak
Okay.
to see.
Did I hear you right? That you said no?
Is it that?
Maybe it's
Yeah.
the plug.
Can you speak to see?
Yeah. Do you hear me now? Yeah. No? Maybe you could hear someone else better.
No, I don't hear really. The ancient one. Okay. What happened? It looked good. No, that doesn't matter. It's good. So, you have time, doesn't matter. No, I look like an AI, huh? Connect, you have to connect.
You make some electricity with your wires.
Yeah.
Yes, can you hear?
Oh, wonderful. Narayan. Thank you. Voilà.
I was hoping I would lose my question, but it's
Me too, I thought. I hope you don't lose your question. Okay, then.
just one sound clarification. So you
Yeah.
said this state can last for a few years, you said.
Yeah. Or a few hours. Depends on everyone.
But I think you said once also that the mind can merge completely, and then there is no mind. I mean, there is no ego at all.
Ah, like that. When the mind merges, it means it is based on the belief that you were really in your mind before. So it's an experience. An experience cannot last. Still? Okay. An experience cannot last. This thing of the ego, you know, ego is another name for the seeker, or for anybody who takes himself for somebody. Otherwise, it's the simple creation of what you are, which has such a diversity because it's in duality then. So let's not insist too much about the ego, you know. Because even if you have seen what is, and when I say seen, it's said realize, or it's just what is obvious, it doesn't mean that what will appear will have a behavior without ego. This I really don't understand, this utopic concept in spirituality. Because it is, did you meet anybody having realized who doesn't make mistakes still?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, I did. I had, like Muji.
Yeah? And you have me, but you don't know me after Satsang. So who knows me in life, I tell you, they must be puzzled sometimes. And I understand that, and there is nothing wrong with that because it is a behavior. Behavior is dual, you see. It will continue to be dual. Otherwise, do you believe in a perfect human being? It's possible to be a perfect human being?
No, not maybe perfect, but without an ego.
Means perfect.
Yes.
You believe it exists,
Yes.
and then you have to search more.
I don't want to search more.
Then lose that idea. Just be yourself, you see. And whatever you see, it's in the realm of seeing. Dual. And don't expect that this duality will become suddenly oneness, perfection oneness. Oneness, it's a pointing to what you are. It's not that it's a consequence in the manifestation, it will be oneness. No. At least I say so.
Yes, thank you. I'm trying to reconcile.
No, sure,
Yeah.
sure, of course. And it is difficult, you see, because when you trust it so much, some pointing, and if you hear a pointing which may destroy that pointing, you trust it so much, and there is some dilemma in you, of course. So maybe don't do anything with that, let it settle down or disappear by itself, and then you see. Don't try to make what is true not true. Just try to keep quiet. Yeah. And then you will be clear by yourself. Yeah? If you are so attached to perfection, you can say in a way, okay, the guru I trust, or the guide I trust, the pointing is perfect, you see. That's why I trust, and that's why I want to hear and to listen and to be there. But it's not the finger which is perfect. A twisted finger can also try to show, very well.
Yes, but there are people without ego, right? And you can
People
live
without?
that ego. Hmm?
I don't know anybody without ego, personally. Ego is an appearance. It falls in the world of appearance. But it looks like when you say ego, it is like devil, evil. That's why I don't use that word. It has this blanket. It's evil. You should surely not be an ego.
Not an ego like identification with the mind.
Of course you have in the life identifications.
Not everyone, I guess. Sorry, okay.
No,
Yeah.
it's totally fine. You asked me, so I have to tell you.
Okay.
Now you are free to see what fits you and what looks more true to you, of course. But to me, this is more true. So,
Yeah.
But let's say, I don't even want to really argue there. I just express what I see, okay? Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. When you say ego, for me it's more like a personality. You see, if in this creation, everyone is so different. Everybody has an original, different personality. And a personality has been born will die. And in between, it lives with duality. Now, of course, the search for who I am suddenly will show you, oh, what I am really, my real nature, expresses it in this creation that it does itself, but it's not only what I am. I am from where all this can rise and fall. And that is not lost. That is the realization. It's always there. It's never lost. Because it doesn't belong to time. It's not the possession of somebody who is in time. And life goes on. And this thing of identification, how can you live without identification? Or you have a very strong practice to be the witness of, and so on, which can fail and which is, or some people can achieve that, but it is an achievement of someone anyway, so. What I wanted to say? What I wanted to say. Anyway. Now there is another work which can go on if you feel, if it is your interest in the life, in your personal life, in this creation. If you want to be less egoistic, or if you want to transform yourself a bit, that's still much better. Yeah, that's good. That's excellent. You can work on that
I don't want to
side by side. No problem. Huh?
I don't want to be better, I want to disappear. I want to vanish as an ego.
But,
completely.
Okay. You want to vanish. What can vanish, do you think? What can vanish?
Like this identification, I don't take it seriously anymore. Yeah, the same thing you were talking about, but I thought it would come naturally and then I don't have to fight against or even to see. It's so clear that it vanishes by itself.
But anyway, it's already vanished. Once you see, even if it appears this way or that way, the reality of it is vanished. But it's a reality for this body-mind. Huh? Yeah. You know, it is not this body-mind identification which will vanish. It is the belief I am only that, or the only reality of it, that's gone. But if you don't die in your body and mind, it still appears with all its luggage with it. Hi.
Hello. Try to maybe.
Yeah, sure, take your time.
You were talking about the work and the life.
Yeah.
After.
If you like to
If you
do
like.
so, yeah, or if you need.
And so, once one sees oneself through nature, I feel like it cannot be truly forgotten completely.
Mm-hmm.
And so then after that, what is there further? Is it a deeper connection, or is it about spending more time in this mode of realization or connection? To put it very simply and bluntly, after one sees oneself, why to keep coming to satsang in a way?
Yeah. Sure, understand. So who is speaking? Your mind, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So here you are totally free to do whatever you like.
Mm-hmm.
If you still enjoy the space of satsang, not to learn anything anymore, but just because it offers a space without activity for a while, welcome.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, you have more attractions at times to just keep quiet in yourself and not to be active in your mind or in your life, you are free to do so, and so on.
Thank you. Sometimes it can feel strange to try to understand the source of these attractions or you know, what is the feeling that drives, whether that feeling comes from true self, from disappearing, you know.
Don't make a new search.
Yes.
Be more simple, you see. You saw who you are, you know who you are, and the rest is the life flowing till it dies. And Papaji said, keep vigilance up to the last breath. As I already said, it is him who has to explain, so I can explain only how I see. I find very natural to wake up yourself in your own life and say, oh, enough of being busy, and you dedicate a moment to just what is. But it's not an effort then. It's all I can say. Huh? But surely, one knows that to those words, so let's say to have realized or to realize who you are or what is, to just be your natural state. Today I lose my memory. I forgot again. So today is forgetfulness. to say when I don't say it. um, It really shows, you see, of course, it's a question of my memory probably, but also it's very difficult to capture the subject. So it slips like it's a soap, you know, it's like, yeah, it can happen.
I don't know if it's of assistance, but it was a thread coming from Papaji talking about being vigilant until your last breath.
Yeah, this much I remember.
Okay.
Thank you. But you see, I insist about the non-effort. Because I see, I can be extremely busy because I'm not a yogi or a monk or in life. But if at once, for example, or by myself, I stop, or someone asks me a question about this, I don't need to think, it naturally comes. So it's never lost, it's always here. The senses may work because we are still alive. And what is the senses? It's this world. And this mind. Yeah. Hi.
I would like to ask, could you describe, please, how it is for you? How it is for you? What does it mean, the final self-realization? How you could describe, like, I don't know, for, like, from a practical...
I'm very happy not to need to describe. If I describe, I objectify it and it becomes mental or sensual. And that was because of I believed in these senses and in the ideas that I searched. So, happily, that wrong misunderstanding doesn't arise again. I don't need to describe. It's impossible to describe. What a luck, because if I could describe in sin time and then it will go.
Yes, I just love hearing that. Can you speak something more? Just this kind of confirmation, you know, just...
You need confirmation when there is still the mind has still some power on you, you see. Let the fact of being, let's speak like that, be so obvious that you don't need somebody to be confirmed.
Yeah, I feel very much what you say, but when I speak from my experience, I still feel, you know, like that a lot happens. Like different experiences.
Oui, but it happens to whom?
Yes, in this body, but in this space, you know, it's like, for me it's quite clear, I'm just this space in which everything appears. But at the same time, what I feel, there's still kind of transformation what happens, and I know it's not happens for me, but still it happens, you know. So there's very,
It
very
will
subtle-
always happen. There is birth and death in this manifestation.
Okay.
You think that what? Suddenly something will stop and be fixed? No.
So in some way,
You know, everything is already realized and the life goes on. It's because suddenly somebody said, oh, but who am I? What is realization and all that? That all this topic is there. Otherwise, everything is done already.
yes. But, okay. Just my mind's back to theory, you know, because sometimes also like meeting people, it's like my experience, you know. When I meet them, and sometimes I feel that there's presence speaks even more than they can say any word, you know. So for me, it's like, oh, I love that, you know. It's like somehow just, you know what I mean.
No.
No? It's like, how is this like that? It seems like, yes, everyone is that, but at the same time, like how that presence, you know, like it differently appears through different bodies, you know, through different people. It's like, yes, businessman is also, you know, like it's that as well, like in the deepest level, but at the same time, it's like, I don't love so much, like some kind of energies which comes through him, you know, like in this way.
No.
Can you say something more about this now?
I am 2 years old. No.
Okay.
You forget the amount of projection one does.
Yes, because I feel there is something plays in me in this, you know, like what I'm sharing here.
You're not quite, huh?
Okay. Today, no.
Yeah. If you still want to know more, you have to investigate more, a bit more. Because you see, there's nothing to say. And if there is so much to say, like I feel I'm very talkative in Satsang, for example, it is just because there is a demand which provokes that. But there is nothing to say. And there is no, that is the beauty. There is no question about this manifestation, except that in the manifestation, of course, the mind is full of this and that. And that will continue. But there was a moment of such obviousness that what Satsang points out is the background to try to describe of all this manifestation, that there is no more questions. Even if, for me, I tell you like that, for me there is an obviousness, let's speak like that, but this manifestation is a total mystery to me. But it doesn't make me search. How can you know everything about this infinite creation? Yoga Vasishta and all that, they wrote a lot about this creation. And still, many Yoga Vasishta can be written. And it will never be ending the discovery of this creation.
So then, what does it mean when in the Ramana Maharshi when he was saying, like, of the disciples who left the body, he was saying, like, he will not return to this earth anymore.
It's a way to say there is no reincarnations.
But there is belief that there's kind of reincarnation. We come to this life, like reincarnation.
You believe so. It's the best explanation for the mind, maybe. So, you want to reply from the mind or from what is?
From what is.
Okay.
Same because sometimes they're still feeling like when it comes just the tendency.
They keep quiet.
Yes. Okay.
Keep quiet means the tendencies will still show up, but you keep quiet. Why always you go and look? Just at least have a moment of quietness, so that your natural state is obvious once for all. Hmm? If this body-mind is not dead, there will always appear movements, tendencies and whatnot. Always. This is the life of this, what appears. So, to keep quiet, to disappear, not to have not to know I'm not the body and all that, doesn't refer to the creation. It is a trial of pointing to what is. If you have to describe this creation, it's in all the books of science and of fairy tales and all that. You can say myriads of things about it. This is the real detachment, you see. It is not that somebody gets detached. It is, has been a split second of such a giving up to believe the mind or to follow the mind. That moment. And after that, but for that there is no after. But the ex-seeker, let's say, who reappears no more as a seeker, as his life, waiting for him till the last breath. Yeah. Full of surprises, full of absolutely not expecting or things which normally has to happen if you are realized. Forget those ideas. Then you will be at peace at least. Not maybe in the life, but peace here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel I've asked this already.
No, doesn't. I'm sure that we always ask a lot of times the same question. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel when I'm in your presence, it's much easier to let go than, for instance, when I'm sitting.
I am your support for now. That's why. And that support always brings you back to your own. So don't worry, it will disappear when needed. So,
it feels like a problem because I can't
okay,
guarantee
if
the
it is
role
a problem, try another support. But you will need a support. You will need a support if you still believe you are searching. You will need a support because you want help. Help me, how to go back to the source and all that. So you have to see that whatever you express is a idea. Is an idea. Actually, it's not real. It has no real nature in it. But as you still believe in the mind, through investigation, you give up ideas. But you see, that can also be a work, endless work. So you have also to hear, at some point, I am that, even if my mind tells me so many other things. And that, and just remember. Don't be tyrannized by the mind. Means the mind will show up as a tyrant, but don't allow yourself to try, at least a split second, not to be tyrannized by your mind. Yeah.
It feels like it's happening automatically. Like I don't have a choice in it.
If you have that idea, then you will never make it. Of course you have a choice.
Now it doesn't feel like that.
Of course you have a choice. You want to be free or not?
Of course.
Then follow that, rather than the opposite idea of your mind.
I value your support very much. I value your support very much.
Yes. I wanted to add that knowing it is not describable, but you can be at peace, let's say, deep in your heart, means you can not search anymore. It doesn't mean that the life will always be at peace. You may not be at peace always in the life. It doesn't mean you are not at peace. Even if you don't understand, I had to say it. I have enough of this belief to think that the life will then only be heaven. You still believe in paradise or what? There is no paradise if there is no hell. That's called wisdom. That's why it's called wisdom and not some religious ecstatic something.
Ганга, мне так понравилось, что ты сказала, что это не школа мудрости, потому что когда
You gave her already the answer.
Ладно, я тогда другого скажу. I don't translate.
No, but still, I can hear.
So something, another one.
You find it cuckoo or what? He doesn't want to translate. Let me appreciate.
She got you, she didn't understand, she got you wrong, like, she translated another way inside when you saw. But she said, okay, I have another question.
But I want to know what it is.
Мне нравится, что Ганга никогда не говорит, папа же никогда не говорил, что правила поведения в жизни как-то связаны с истиной, потому что иногда это приходило как бы вот так.
She said, I love that Papaji, and you also said that the behavior is not related to the truth, it's not connected, like behavior can be different. It's not, depends, it's not depends, the behavior and truth.
Что иногда как будто убеждали.
Because sometimes I was convinced by all
Что это
sides
связано как-то.
that it's very much connected, my behavior and the
Well,
truth.
okay. So the creation, the behavior of somebody is that itself, in a limited aspect. Okay. Now, how something which is contained can reflect the container? How the creation, which is a limited aspect, which comes and disappears in what is, could express the fullness from where it comes from? Tell me now. Okay, so
Никак.
No way, it cannot. It
No.
cannot.
no way.
И в этом такая свобода ощущается.
And such a freedom feels from this.
Of course. Of course. It's an impossible task and effort to try to achieve the perfection as you think in this world. So be freed from that. Abide in yourself. Just be. And let the life play. Be lived. Live your life. Now I want to add something. One thing is the search in Satsang to know the nature of things. It doesn't mean that in the creation, in its own creation, if you like to transform a few aspects of your personality because you suffer too much or there was something you have to work on as you feel, do work on it. It doesn't matter. You can do it side by side. One thing is about this, the other thing is about that. Nothing is excluded. But know exactly what touches what. That's all.
Нет ничего правильного и неправильного.
Ну да, это как бы разные вещи, но если хочешь, можешь продолжать.
Ну, можно сказать, да, что в принципе нет ничего неправильного.
So she said there is nothing wrong or right in the world.
There is wrong and right in this world, but it's personal views. Everyone has a different opinion about right and wrong. But follow your own ethic, what then?
Для меня это
If you want to.
Для меня это не имеет значения.
She said that deep inside I feel that It has no meaning to me, wrong and right.
That's not normal, but it's not normal.
So there is also normal. Wrong, right, and normal.
Do you have a cat somewhere? You have a cat at home?
Есть дома кошка.
Были два кота.
I had 2 cats.
Okay, 2 cats. If somebody troubles, removes a leg of your cat, you will. Oh no, there is no right and wrong, huh? Stupid it is. Oh.
Hi, Ganga.
Hi.
I don't really have anything,
Yeah.
but somehow just naturally came up to speak to you right now.
Yeah, nice. I am hearing what you would like to say.
First of all, I love you.
Thank you.
I think you've been with me quite a lot, actually. Like not
Okay.
in an active way,
Mm.
but I think because I talk to you a lot,
Yeah,
it's somehow something.
yeah.
And
You mean the eternal pointing?
yeah, something
Something about that.
Something about that. Something is. Yeah. Something worked. Oh, is working or something like this. But I'm also still very happy to have some kind of reflection sometimes.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like I can keep quiet a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's still good to have reflections and
Yeah, it's your way of life. It's very the subject can be left alone, or one can get a passion about that. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, that's what you mean. Or you investigate sometimes. Of course, why not? Are you still searching? Not in a gross way, but are you still searching? Is there still somebody there to?
there's actually there's still something there
Okay.
that is doing something in some way. It's like almost like I have 2 different sides. Like something is working or searching for something, and then something is just
Okay.
is at ease, and it's just like it's not needing to interfere or something like this.
Yeah, but of course. So, but who knows that?
Hmm?
Who knows that? Who achieved that? That's a good time to ask this question.
So spontaneously, what comes up sometimes, like some kind of like little thing that okay, I cannot do anything for this whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think
And sometimes you think there is something to do.
oh my gosh, I want to do something.
Yeah, but you can do something else in life, not for this. What can you do for this? You run better than to do something for this. But you see, maybe that still something is there because you believe that when you keep quiet, this is it. The moment you know what you live, it is an experience. And it's automatic. It's translated very quickly into an experience. But just be vigilant, not to declare it is like this. It is, when I keep quiet, it is it. Because then when you don't keep quiet, when the mind tells something, like you say, even if it is subtle or whatever, you believe there is something wrong. I'm not all the time quiet.
Yes.
Yes. So just don't make any image. Even if you feel better when you keep quiet, it looks more true, more real. It's a state. It's a state. You cannot impose quietness or nothingness even to what you are. You see, it is when they try to describe, they say empty and full, fullness and emptiness. So lose the interest to describe. A split second, the mind will describe, but you don't need to go there for a moment, just to really show you that what you are is here, that you are quiet or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I say something?
Of course.
One, like I sit a lot, and I sit in a way like this netty, like, and seems to be like I still can't reach myself, but at least like something is. It feels like I think I also.
You are yourself. You have not to reach yourself. If you reach yourself, it really shows you place yourself somewhere, and then you go back to the source, like a salmon.
This is exactly.
Are you a salmon? In fact,
I like to be a salmon.
Okay, if you like to be a salmon, let it be like this.
Actually, I don't. I want to be free.
But to be free, you have not to believe that you are a salmon who has to go back to the source. You are itself just now. While denying it in your mind, you are yourself. So will you listen endlessly to your mind about it? It denies it, but still you are yourself.
Yeah, thank you. I think I'm cool. Okay, just to take the opportunity, just sometimes I feel very confused or distressed, and then I feel like...
You went back? You went back to your mind?
Yeah. Okay.
It's only that. If you go back to your mind, you search again. You see, it is not because you experience something that it has the nature of reality. In the world, it's different. You experience something, of course, it's real for your body, mind, and emotions. Sure. But here, it's not because you experience uncomfort or whatnot that it's real. It is in the creation, it is in the world of appearance, of coming and going and of changes. It's not. It is what you are, but in limited form. So, don't confuse, that's all. You know, that's what I say. There is nothing to realize because you are it. But be vigilant, spot what's mind. And then you don't go there if you spot. Because you know, I hope by now you know, that the mind will not help you here. You can spot it at once, even if it is hours later, doesn't matter. The important is the moment you spot it. Then, and when I say you keep quiet, I don't tell you you have to get this attitude or this experience of keeping quiet that you may have, but it's still not it, because you know it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Ганга, в итоге хотела тебя спросить, имеет ли вообще жизнь значение? Потому что вот если меня оторвет сейчас ногу, ну, как бы, я чувствую, что это не имеет значения, даже если мне будет больно.
She asked, is there how do you think, is there any matter, like meaning of life? Because I feel if I lose my, for example, leg now, I feel there is no difference.
If I lose what?
Leg, the leg, I feel no difference, it doesn't mean anything.
Yes, it's easy to speak, huh? You have your two legs. Easy to say, huh?
What?
She has her two legs. Easy to speak. If I have one leg less, you said.
She said if I lose my leg, I don't feel, even I feel...
How do you know? You still have two legs. And maybe legs for you doesn't matter. No, if something dear to you, tell me what is dearest in your life. Tell me now. Is it a leg? I don't think so. Tell me what is dear to you.
Что для тебя самое прекрасное? Это ноги, разве что для тебя самое дорогое?
Да не, я просто хотела сказать, что...
Давай поговорим.
Tell me.
Скажи то, что хочешь сказать.
Что я хочу быть свободна от событий в жизни каких-то.
She said, I just want to tell that I want to be free from events in life, circumstances. I just want to be free from all circumstances in life.
И вообще от жизни в целом.
And in general, from life.
Look, first realize yourself. And then we will see this matter. Shortcut. Realize yourself. It's a shortcut. And then we see. Don't go to secondary thing. First realize yourself. And then we see. Yeah? So, what is missing to realize yourself?
Паш, чего не хватает тебе, чтобы осознать себя?
What is there too much?
Или,
Or what's
или
missing?
что перебор? Что мешает?
Я вот не могу понять, что мешает.
I see no obstacles.
No obstacles?
I see no obstacles.
Okay, great. Then be happy.
Если ты не видишь ничего, тогда радуй чувство.
Не могу понять, что мешает.
She said, I cannot understand what this obstacle is. I cannot understand what's the obstacle that I can't.
Well, for example, you wanted to come here today.
Но ты, например,
And if he didn't drive you or somebody didn't drive you, and then you are stuck there, it's an obstacle.
Если бы тебя не привезли сюда, это было бы препятствие. Ты же ехала.
That is obstacle.
Это препятствие, если бы та машина сломалась.
I think you made a bubble of spirituality, which is like no suffering, no obstacles, no desire, no detachment, no events, no life. But you see, if you come here, I will. Try, whenever, not to be attached to any idea you have about enlightenment. Just a moment. Don't attach yourself to any dear concept about enlightenment. Then you will see how enlightened you are already. Yeah?
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. It's far away.
Hi, Ganga.
Hi.
This morning I woke up from a dream. And I know it was just a dream, but it felt like it had some meaning. I was going on a walk in nature with a friend, and you came. And you told me that you really need to talk to me. And that you want to meet me next to the terrace of the Satsang. And I told you, well, I'm going on a walk, and then I'll meet you after.
Yeah.
But I never came to meet you.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. It reminds me, yeah, you want to continue? Yeah. It reminded me an event I had, a small event, with Papaji. It was very early morning. He was already sitting cross-legged on his mattress on the ground, as usual. I just woke up and I had to pass in front of him to wash my face and to sit. And then he does like this and says, I just come, I will wash my face. Too late!
I think one of the things since being with you is that you've popped every bubble of spiritual idea that I've had. And this morning when I woke up, I had this feeling like, whoa, am I late for something? And there's this, again, maybe still a concept here that even though I thought I popped it,
Yeah.
that like, am I missing something, or, lately I've been, I
don't come to satsang as often, so like, am I, you know, is the fire still there? Like, still
Yeah.
these concepts.
But you know, satsang, too, it appears, it's in time, but it just tells you it's just now. That's what I learned from Papaji. Too late. What does it mean? It was half of a second to do that, you know, but it means that was more important than just to sit with a sleepy face. It's just now. So in fact we are never too late. We are too late in the mind.
I just woke up with a feeling that this life is so precious
Yeah,
and so fragile.
yeah. Right. So make the best of it as you feel. Yeah.
I feel so frustrated, but it's like I look into the same thing and I know I'm not gonna find anything there because I'm trying to solve it with the mind, and it just seems like an endless thing that I constantly have to like actively stop, or I don't.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I've heard it so many times and I can repeat.
So let me ask, do you prefer your mind or do you prefer to be free? Don't answer at once. Just see. And the company of your mind, you know already what it will bring you. And freedom is unknown, will remain unknown. But you are no more searching in an utopia. That has to be strong in you. Otherwise the mind wins. Not to go too far with the mind. You can just, as soon as you see you are following the mind, you roar. You roar, you know. Ha! Because then it physically, there will be also an impact for you. It reminds you, what am I doing? Keep quiet. So roar and wake up.
I just said thank you. Thank you, Ganga.
Thank you, everybody.